Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Fatan Nurul Haq. I'm from student of English Education Department. Today I will be presenting insight from three podcasts that I was listening to. The first one is from BBC. You Are There to Me. The second one is Inside Science, and the last is More or Less Behind the Star. From that three podcasts is explored the power of science, history, and data in shaping our understanding of the world. Okay, so let's start the presentation. First, we will dive into the inspiring life of Frederick Douglass, a former enslaved man who used the power of language, photography, and activism to fight for freedom and equality. This podcast from BBC, You Are Dead to Me, with the title Frederick Douglass. Okay, this episode discusses the life and achievement of Frederick Douglass, a former enslaved person who became a prominent abolitionist, writer, and orator. The main topic of the episode is how Douglass fought against slavery through his speeches, writing, and activism, while also exploring his personal journey from slavery to becoming a global figure. And one interesting point the host and guest mentioned is that Frederick Douglass chose his own birthday as February 14 because his mother used to call him her little Valentine, and showing a personal and emotional side to his story. And the episode also highlight how Douglas used humor in his speeches to connect with audience and supply challenge racist stereotype, making him not only a powerful orator but also a skilled entertainer. Next, we will take a spooky yet scientific journey through Halloween theme topic, from the celestial origin of Halloween to the surprising environmental impact of pumpkin waste and even real-life zombie phenomenon in nature. This is podcast from BBC Inside Science with the title Spooky Science. This episode discussed various spooky science topics to celebrate Halloween, such as the celestial origin of Halloween, the science behind zombie, the conservation of medicinal leaches, and the environmental impact of pumpkin waste. The main topic of the episode is how natural science, history, and astronomy intersect with Halloween theme, blending spooky elements with real scientific research. And one interesting point the host and guest mentioned is that the blinking demon star, Algol, associated with Medusa's eye in Greek mythology, really does dim and brighten every 2.8 days due to it being a binary star system. And this episode also highlight the conservation effort to breed and protect the UK native medicinal leech species, which are endangered partly due to historical overcollection and habitat loss. Okay, and the last podcast is how mathematical and epidemiological methods have been used historically, from estimating German tank production in World War II to studying health risk through groundbreaking research in modern medicine. This podcast from More or Less Behind the Start with the title The Pioneers of Proof. This episode discusses the historical development of statistical proof and method that help us understand and predict real-world phenomena. The main topic of the episode is how pioneers in statistics and epidemiology developed techniques such as a serial number analysis during wartime and case control studies in medicine and in medical research. One interesting point of the host and guest mentioned is that during World War II, statisticians estimated the number of German Panther tanks by analyzing serial number of tank parts, and their estimate to 270 tank per month turned out to be almost exactly correct. Real number is 2076. And the episode also highlight the contribution of Janet Lane Clayton, who introduced methods like retrospective cohort studies and case control studies, still widely used today in epidemiology and health research. Okay, now let's move to key term or concept each podcast. The first one is BBC, You Are Dead to Me, with the title Frederick Douglass. From broadcast this, I learned one concept which is called temperance. This term means a movement that promotes moderation or complete abstinence from alcohol. In this podcast, it is explained as part of Douglas' broader activism because alcohol abuse was linked to issues like domestic violence, and he supported temperance to advocate for safer homes, especially for women. This concept related to real life because even today, social movements often connect with different causes together, like how people advocate the both women's rights and anti-violence campaign at the same time. And from the podcast too, Spooky Science from BBC Inside Science, I learned one concept which is called cross-quarter day. This term means the day that falls roughly halfway between a solstice and an equinox, traditionally celebrated by ancient culture. In the podcast, it is explained as special time of the year such as the Celtic festival Samhain, now Halloween, which occur between the major solar event and are linked to change in nature and season. Uh, this concept related to real life because many modern holidays like Halloween are still timed based on the ancient astronomical markers, even if we no longer notice the seasonal shift as much because of city life and light pollution. And the last is the pioneer of proof from BBC, more or less behind the start. I learned one concept which is called confounder. This term means a hidden variable that influence both the exposure and the outcome in a study. In a study, potentially misleading the result if not properly controlled. In the podcast, it explores as a factor that could affect both what a group of people is exposed to, such as diet, and the health outcome being measured, such as a growth or disease. With Janet Lane Clayton accounted for in her early epidemiological research. This concept related to real life because in any kind of scientific study or survey, failing to recognize and control confounder can lead the incorrect conclusion, affecting public health policies, medical treatment, and even everyday decision based on research finding. Okay, for the last session is language expression that I found from each podcast. The first one is BBC You Are Dead to Me with the title Frederick Douglass, that I noticed the speaker used the phrase chief of the outlaw. This is an idiom and it means that someone resembles their parent or predecessor in character, behavior, or talents. People usually say this when they want to compliment someone for having similar positive traits as their parents, like saying a child is as talented as their famous parent. And the second, I noticed the speaker used the phrase rock star. This is an informal phrase and it means someone who is extremely popular, talented, and admired, not necessarily limited to musician. And people usually say this when they are praising someone who stand out greatly in their field, much like how a rock star stand out on stage. And from the second podcast, BBC Inside Science, with the title Spooky Science, I noticed the speaker used the phrase blonde sucking creature. This is an informal phrase and it means literal or metaphorical being that drain odor in this case. It literally refers to leeches feeding on blood. People usually say this is when describing something or someone that take advantage of other or is parasitic in nature, often with a slightly dramatic or humorous tone. The second is I noticed the speaker used the phrase canary of the pound word. This is an idiom and it means early warning system, like how canaries were once used in coal mines to detect toxic gases early. People usually say this when referring to to species or system that indicated the health or danger level of larger environment. And from the last podcast, the pioneer of fraud from BBC, more or less behind the start, that I noticed the speaker used the press the proof of the pudding is the eating. This is an idiom and it means you can only judge something refer to if you can only judge something after you try it to see it in practice. People usually say this when they mean that reasons are more important than theories or plans. And the second, I noticed the speaker used the phrase nail it. This is an informal phrase and it's meant to do something perfectly or successfully, especially something difficult. People usually say this when they want to praise someone for achieving an accurate or excellent result. Okay, maybe this is what can I presenting in this occasion. Thanks for watching. See ya.